Colonel Bentley's retirement. Take one in 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back. Yes, I look the same because guess what? I went ahead and recorded both videos in the same day. That's what happens sometimes. But new material. So we're going to talk about Colonel Bentley's retirement. All right. Colonel Bentley's retirement. This gentleman served 35 years honorably in the United States Army and has finally decided that he's going to transition to another sector of work or a different industry. The ceremony was beautiful. It was very beautiful, yes. And honestly, the ceremony was easier to shoot than the wedding. I don't know if it's because I didn't feel as much pressure because there's those very specific moments within a wedding that you need to catch. Or I don't know if maybe I'm just getting a little more comfortable being behind the camera, but it was definitely a lot smoother of an event. The event was held at the Hilton. I believe it was the Hilton. It's way on the west side of San Antonio, up in the hill country. It was heartfelt, man. I'm telling you, watching the end of a military career, it's bittersweet. Like, you know, especially those of us that are retiring from the military, because that's decades of your life that you've been doing this one single thing. And when you're doing it in an active duty capacity, it weighs not only on the soldier, and I'm not saying like it's a heavyweight, but I mean like it affects the soldier and all of the immediate family. Because when the soldier moves, the family moves. If the soldier gets deployed, the family misses the soldier during that time. The long days, the long nights, you know, those are times the soldier's out of the house and the family they're missing that additional time with the soldier. But I digress. Let's talk about what we did for the Colonel's retirement. So for the Colonel's retirement, I did shoot with the same setup that I shot for the wedding. All right, so this is gonna be my setup for the day. I've got my harness right here, which is gonna hold both cameras. To my left, I have my Canon 5D Mark IV. It's on a 24 to 70 millimeter. So this is gonna be like my primary workhorse for the day. Over here, I have my R6. This is a Mark I, so, you know, just a plain old R6. And on that, I have a 70 to 200 millimeter lens on it. I'm gonna be using my Godox. There we go. My Godox speed light is going to go onto the 5D, whereas my photo lens is going to go onto my R6. So on that Godox, I'm going to also be using the Magma, the little gel thing on the top, and I'm thinking that's going to be a pretty good setup. Night before, what I found out is that I can use my speed light as a wireless trigger. So I intended to take my AD200 out there and use that to help me feel the light in the venue. Yeah, when I got to the hotel, the AD200 was still sitting on my futon. Oh well, got to make it work, right? So we continued on through. Was escorted to the venue. I was there probably about an hour, almost 2 hours before the actual event started. So I started dialing in my settings, figuring out what my white balance was going to be. So as you can see, bouncing the flash may possibly be difficult, but I'm gonna find somebody to stand in while I get everything dialed in to see if I'm able to bounce flash. But what I've got is 3 walls are gonna be windows. So I'm not sure how well that's gonna affect. It might actually help out a little bit. I'm not sure 100%, but then my ceilings are really high. So bouncing off the ceiling might be a little bit difficult too. And as you can see, I've got those nice yellow, what they call tungsten lights, all hanging about. So it's a beautiful venue, yes, but it's going to be a little bit challenging. So we're going to see how this works out. As people were coming in, I grabbed a couple soldiers, asked them to stand in different places in the venue, took pictures of them just to kind of see how things were working out. And then after that, the family started getting there. So, so the brother told everybody to be there an hour early because he said he knows his family, and by him telling them to be there an hour early, 95% of them were there by 11 o'clock when the actual ceremony started. I thought that was pretty funny. The event was flawless. You know, everybody hit their cues. There were several speeches. He received his awards, took care of all the pictures. Got pictures of the actual event itself. They got some candidates of the audience, And then additionally, just caught some couples and different people that attended and got some individual pictures of them, like actually posed like, hey, let me get you looking at the camera, get a smile, click, click, and boom, we were good. But the event was fun also. Not quite as fun as the media day because, you know, things are a little more scripted, and then military folks can tend to be a little more rigid when they're in an actual event. They don't like to loosen up until they're fully away from like military ceremonies and stuff like that. But I mean, it was good. I met a lot of people. I actually made some good contacts, and I enjoyed shooting the ceremony. I mean, I feel like I'm starting to come into my own a little bit. I'm starting to understand the camera a little bit better, the editing process. Like, things are starting to kind of really fall into place. I'm starting to feel more like a photographer and less like a soldier. But that's really all I can say about this one. You know, got dialed in, sat up there, shot the event, got back here, took a couple weeks, edited the photos. I shot in the gallery. I was nervous. Took them like 2 hours to respond. When I finally got the response, it was simple. It said, Terrence, these pictures are, and I had 3 playing, boom, boom, boom. Satisfied customer. That's what counts, right? So on that note, this is a quick and easy episode. I will holler at y'all, man. Live life to the fullest. Be nice to everybody you can. Peace out. Roll the photo.